Trump spoke on camera this afternoon about ordering that drone strike that killed Iran's top security and intelligence commander, Qasem Soleimani. The U.S. blamed him for both the rocket attack that killed an American in Iraq last month and for last week's attack at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Atia Collins reports how this latest military move could have a major impact right here at home. Atia.
Christian, we are already seeing a jump in world oil prices. This after a U.S. airstrike that has left top military officials dead in a country that's a key player in the world's oil economy. Jim Bowman says it's not just oil and stocks impacted by airstrikes that killed Iran's top military commander. Having lived and taught in the Middle East, Bowman has seen firsthand how international conflicts hurt the citizens living on the ground.
Iran and Iranians have already been suffering economically because of the sanctions. So these two societies are likely, and the people who live in these countries are likely to be much more affected by an escalating conflict like this.
Qasem Soleimani, the commander of Iran's Quds force, was killed by a missile early Friday. Hours after the attack, President Donald Trump addressing the nation, calling the airstrike an action to stop a war, not to start.
Soleimani has been perpetrating acts of terror to destabilize the Middle East for the last 20 years. What the United States did yesterday should have been done long ago.
A sixth of the world's oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz, bordered to the south by Iran. In the aftermath of the airstrike, oil prices have increased nearly 4% for global Brent crude, while U.S. oil futures gained just over 3%.
When you're talking about global capital and you're talking about supplies of resources, when you get this kind of uncertainty about short-term and long-term what's going to happen, that can obviously have an effect on markets.
Now, both oil prices are said to be on track for their biggest gains in about a month. But with Iran's response still uncertain, the oil economy hangs in the balance. Atia Collins, News 8.
Thanks, Atia. The Iranian president said in a statement that his country would take revenge for the killing of Soleimani. The acting secretary of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security says at this time there is no specific, credible threat against our nation.